Hello, Leyden parents. In this video, we want to cover several important updates. First of all, we want to reinforce our overall philosophy regarding e-learning. We want to talk about our weekly schedule for students and review important grading and credit information as our school closure is now extended. We will share expectations and supports available. And finally, as always, we want to be here to answer any questions that you have. As you have likely heard, the state has extended the stay-at-home measure through April 30th. As a reminder, this screen lists the basic do's and don'ts during this important time. The following video will be an overview of important points to accompany the complete document, which is attached to the email and is posted on our website. Please refer to that document as you want more information or any clarification. Our primary focus is your students' well-being. We want to make sure that our students feel supported and are in continual communication with your teachers and other important school personnel. We want to make sure that every student has had the opportunity to continue their learning in important ways and continue to develop their post-secondary plan. While the physical buildings are closed, school is in session. We are still creating learning experiences, and we expect students to participate in e-learning for their own good. This participation will help students be better prepared for future learning and keep them connected to our school community. We want to make sure our expectations for students are clear and easy to follow. These 4 things will ensure your students are informed, engaged, and supported throughout our remote e-learning. These are the same expectations we have had for students the past few weeks, so nothing really has changed. But this will become more critical to stay connected with their teachers and focus on any missing assignments. As a parent, we hope you can reinforce the student expectations and connect with our teachers and staff in the same way. In the attached document are more details if you need a reminder about how to log into Home Access Center, as well as a new feature we will be releasing soon, which is Parent Access to Schoology. This will allow you to see directly what students are assigned and keep up with their classes. Teachers will be working hard not only to prepare engaging and impactful lessons, but also to be available to students and parents. Additionally, each teacher will share weekly office hours when they will be available for students or parents to connect with them by email or even at times video conferencing. By the way, our administrative team will have those same office hours for you. We will soon be sharing a master schedule of all of our teachers' office hours. Please reach out to them if you have any questions or concerns. As far as grading is concerned, as you can see in this chart, no student will exit this semester with a lower grade than they had on March 13th, which was our last day of student attendance. We've captured progress report grades from that time after allowing the students some time to make up any work, and we will ensure that students receive that grade. Now, if your son or daughter happen to be failing a class or one or more classes at that time, they will have every opportunity, just like every other student, to increase their grade throughout our extended e-learning. One thing to note, if the student does not increase that grade and an F remains, then they will be assigned an incomplete. We will be sharing more details as the semester moves on, exactly how students will be able to recover those incompletes and make sure that they earn credit for all of those classes. It's also important to know that all assessments are waived this year due to our state situation. So our state has allowed us to waive things like the Constitution test, our SAT test, which has typically been a graduation requirement, the Illinois Science Assessment, and also we are not having our regular final exams. We will only be assigning student work through our extended remote learning. There are 2 specific opportunities that some of our juniors and seniors particularly, and also some of our sophomores have that we want to speak to directly, and that's dual credit enrollment and AP classes. Dual credit enrollment, there's an online alternative or remote instruction that takes place that must still meet the standards for college credit. So long as coursework is completed in these courses, students should receive their credit for that work. The AP has established its own set of rules regarding this extended school closure that's affecting the entire country. They will be offering a modified format for their exams and their courses. So no new course content is being covered in AP classes. Our AP teachers at Leyden are helping students review with all of their activities and prepare for those exams. But all of that information can be found on the College Board website, and your student's teacher is sharing that information with them as well. If your student receives accommodations, so if the student has a 504 plan or an individual education plan, they can expect to receive their instructionally based accommodations. Students should communicate their needs for extended time on assignments directly with their teacher. This is no different than our everyday practice. Students and parents experiencing exceptional challenge should absolutely reach out to their child's case manager or counselor for support. Speech and social work students will receive direct services as can be held, and they will continue to receive these supports via video teleconferencing or through telephone calls. Again, make sure and talk to the case manager or counselor if there's any issue with any of these things. If a student receives extended services such as hearing and vision support or PT support, students will receive direct physical therapy, occupational therapy, vision or hearing services. They will receive compensatory time during the next school year. As you can understand, these services are we're not able to provide these remotely. And again, if you have any questions about that, contact an administrator and we can talk to you more about that. Since e-learning has been extended, we have made some adjustments to our schedule based on both student and teacher feedback. We have tried to make the schedule as simple as possible, focusing on consistent days to touch base and the importance of communication between students, teachers, and parents. Next week is a little bit different because it's our first week back and we have Friday off. So you can see we'll start with an all school lesson and we'll have one A day and one B day. In the following weeks, you'll see we have 2 days per week of each course. So 2 A days, 2 B days. And then on Wednesdays, this will be a day for students to really focus on any work they have from the previous few days they still need to complete, to work on those assignments, and to check in directly with teachers during their office hours or throughout the rest of the day. Also, parents, this will be a great day to catch up with teachers as well, as you'll see their office hours posted for you. As always, social emotional learning and our students' overall wellness is absolutely critical for us. This is the foundation upon all learning. We want to make sure that our first goal is that students are safe and feel connected to the school community. A big part of this is your students understanding how to take care of their own self-care. This will be a huge part of our all-school lesson that'll take place next Monday. So we'll be walking through a lot more information with great ideas and tips on how students can make sure that they're attending to their own self-needs. Also during this time, teachers, counselors, social workers, administrators may be reaching out to you to connect with you or your child. Something to take note of, because all of our teachers and counselors and social workers are working from home, they don't have office phones currently. So they may be calling you from their computer, which will restrict the phone number. So it may appear as a private or unlisted number. So that's just something to be aware of. I know a lot of us don't want to answer those numbers. If you don't answer, they'll likely leave a message and maybe call right back so you know it's someone from Leyden calling to connect. If your student needs more support, please see the full list of resources in the document attached. And also, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We know tech support, as this extends on, is going to be an important aspect of supporting your child's success. So our tech department is here for you. Please contact them as is detailed on this website. Your student can directly reach out. You can reach out by using this email or specific phone number for technical support. Please make sure if your student calls or if you call, include your student's full name, ID number, and some description of what's going on. There's a lot of things actually our tech department can help with and remote into the student's computer with their acceptance. And if we need to make sure that you get some new hardware, you get a new laptop, we'll make sure that that happens. As I mentioned a little bit earlier, meals will continue to be distributed every weekday from 11 a.m. to noon at locations around the community. Food distribution will include lunch and breakfast for the next day. You can see the full list of locations on our website. Once again, our primary focus is your students' well-being as well as their education. However, we know many of you and your students are also looking forward to all the events that make our school community so special. For the remainder of April, all school events are canceled. No decisions have been made for events in May. This includes athletics, fine arts, prom, and graduation. We will continue to meet as a leadership team, as well as with our students and teachers, to discuss possibilities for all school events in the case that remote learning continues after April. We know there may still be a lot of questions or clarification or additional things we haven't thought of at this point. That's why one of the things we want to offer is today's virtual town hall. In the email you just received with this video link, there's also a link to join at 2 p.m. today. It will be a virtual town hall video conference where all parents are welcome. I will be there along with some of our team, and we will be answering any questions that you have. If we don't have the answer at that moment, we'll be taking note of those things and we'll be communicating them out in a frequently asked question document soon that will be posted on our website. Thank you so much, and we hope you're all well, you're staying safe, you're staying at home, and please reach out if you need anything. Thank you.